Hey, what's going on? Let me know if my audio's okay. I'm using a different headset today. Johnny B says, what's going on, Sean Sky? Sword in the house. Sword, I fucking love you, man. You're always supporting the different YouTubers out there. Sounds good? Awesome, awesome. Sean Sky, so you know what I want to talk about, man. The box art. What are your thoughts? By the way, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to show you any headphones that look like this, buy them because they're kind of expensive, but they're super comfortable. So anything with that sort of like shape to it, god damn. I could wear these all day. So, sword, box art. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Obviously, there's some artistic license on the box art. I mean, I wouldn't take it too seriously, but there are hints in there, and kind of want to know what you guys think those hints are. They did tell us a lot in one image, Sean Sky. Absolutely. You know, we were trying to stream yesterday because um, on Twitter I get notifications whenever Peaceful Gamer tweets. So the second that tweet got up, I downloaded the image and sent it into the consortium chat. Um, and I wanted to be like the first person to talk about it. Like, obviously, I didn't find the image, but I wanted to get a stream up and really start to dig in while it was hot. But we had some connection issues yesterday. We couldn't get it going. So, but I still want to talk about it. I know that, I don't know if you guys watched Cobra TV yesterday. I watched Cobra. Um, Great subcast. There was a lot of discussion there regarding it, obviously. You know, the ringed planet, the supposed gas giant in the background, the distinctly different player models. You know, there's a lot there. So, it's very exciting. Sword says, I like the art, but I don't know if anyone has said anything about the colors. There are hazard protections that are those colors. And Sean Sky says, I'm not taking anything as confirmed, but all the hints are there. Yeah, you know, that's what I like about you, Sean Sky. You get the mantra, right? The mantra that me and Hidden at the Hidden Panda show that we live by. You never let the expectation, okay? You never let the speculation become expectation. That's what hurt the game in the first place. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to think about, but we don't want to lead people in the wrong direction. That's why we always kind of disclaimer with, you know, this is tinfoil talk here. But yeah, it's like, don't take it as confirmed. We don't know anything, but there's a lot of clues there, and it's fun to think about. It's fun to talk about, and that's just kind of like my feelings on it. Obviously, um, I'm one of the people, and I know HiddenJewAgenda is as well. We liked the game that came out. Like, we liked what was launched, you know, and the game has only gotten better since then. So anything that they do, I like. You know, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be disappointed by anything because I already liked the game. So, Hidden Jew Agenda in the chat. What's going on, Hidden Jew? Exactly. I have zero expectations, but I'm hyped for sure. Exactly, Sean. Exactly. You know, it's fun to be hyped. Just know that, you know, prepare for the things that you think might be there not to be there. That way, you know, you're not sad or disappointed. I feel that was a lot of what went wrong with the launch of the game. So people need to be a little bit more responsible with how they meter their expectations, right? But yeah, I think we're on the same page. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about the ringed planet. You know, I talked about this before in a stream, probably a couple months back. I was reading several articles that were sort of talking about the different things that were capable in the procedural generation algorithm even before the game came out. Like there was discussions about what was possible already, and one of the things that they said was possible was oh, Hidden says, has anyone noticed the plutonium looks different in the box art? Yeah, it's like a totally different texture. Johnny says, I'll be happy with the improvements they make. Any improvements they make, I'll be happy with, absolutely. And Sword, I trust Hello Games as well. Um, yeah, it definitely looks like there might be some classes. And they talk about that sort of, and I'll get into that. But the actual description that, or on when you go to pre-order the game, the description of the game talks about that. But one of the things that was talked about was you know, before the game even came out, was that ringed planets and gas giants were capable of being created by the algorithm, by the procedural generation. But Sean Murray was quoted as saying that he felt that it was more important that players were able to explore every planet they came across, that it added to the feeling of being able to explore, which I totally agree with. So, yes, my boy, what's going on, dude?
What up, man?
Let me catch up on the chat real quick. So,
Yep.
Sword says, I love what we got now. I know what's next will be better. Yeah, absolutely. Remus back in the chat. What's going on, Remus? Welcome back. Hello, Panda Expanda. Panda Expanda. I like it. I like it. And we got Hidden Jew just joined the chat, so that's what's up. And Sean Skies says ring planets will look cool, but I hope actually something with them, not just eye candy. Hidden, tell them your thoughts on what we can do with ringed planets and gas giants, because we were just talking about this a little bit ago.
Right, what I think would be really cool with gas giants is that they would have some kind of gas harvester, which I know we have now, but that's for the planets. What I want for gas harvesters is to find a gas giant and deploy these gas harvesters down above the surface, gather the gas from it, and collect it, and use it for something out there. I also think that with gas giants, you can procedurally generate a ton of different gases, as far as like different kind of gases. So that's my thought on gas giants. I don't see anything else with gas giants other than collecting the gas from it with a gas harvester, or possibly flying into the surface and only being able to see just clouds all the time. Like you'd be in that gas and there would be no surface. Obviously, it would just be. Oh wait, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I hope the rest of them can hear you. Your audio, make sure your audio sharing's on. I think they can. Funny Imps, welcome back. Great video, by the way. I don't know how to find him on YouTube because I clicked his link, but I'll have a video up on Friday with a link to his channel. But Funny Imps put a good video up yesterday, just kind of doing a base tour. It's a really good video, and I'm going to share that with you guys by the end of the week.
What are your thoughts about this player model, Panda?
So kind of going back to what somebody was about to talk about the different like classes. Um, in the game description on some of the websites, it talks about what type of explorer traveler will you be. Will you explore? Will you fight? Will you trade? I think that the customizations that we'll get with our player models and with our ships will be able to hone around the type of experience that we want in the game. So I think that we're going to be able to sort of gear our player towards a specific type of game style. Which is pretty dope. So, you know, that's kind of where I think it's going. Is let's say that you're an explorer, you're going to be able to add, you know, warp drive upgrades and something. They're going to do something to make that easier and gear your playstyle towards being able to do that. And then for players who want to fight in combat and shit, you know, you're gonna be able to gear yourself towards that. So.
Well, what I want to know is from the people listening right now, since we pretty much are guaranteed a player model right now, do you guys see PvP happening? I want to know. Comment below, because I think there will be, guys. I think we're about to see player versus player. But I also think that there is either going to A, shut it off, or B, or have a way to turn it off and on, and then have a way to, like Panda was saying, we were talking earlier about how different parts of the galaxy would be for PvP, and if you shot another player down, basically like the galactic force would be so strong that it would be impossible to take him down. So I personally think that they would turn it off and on, kind of like base sharing. I think it'd be like, do you want to turn on PvP?
Yeah.
Do you want to turn it off?
Yeah. Well, you know, Sean Sky just said it's going to be fascinating to see how they handle classes if we get them. Yeah, I mean, it is going to be fascinating because we haven't really had that. So any way that they implement that is going to be exciting.
Wizard says maybe
welcome back, Wizard.
Wizard was just saying that they wouldn't have it in the normal game, that they would have it in its own mode.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it.
Ooh,
in the game's
I don't mean to cut you off, but Sean Sky just said something perfect. He said there's a possibility for PvP. Sean did say that there would be some surprises.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I feel a surprise would be too.
In the description, when you go to pre-order the game, in the description, it talks about, you know, will you trade and hang around sort of like the known galaxy, or will you explore the unknown areas? And I think that is how they're going to implement PvP, sort of like how EVE Online does it, where you have high security, low security, no security systems. And I think that like low and no security systems are going to be like PvP servers. So you're going to know when you go into those systems that you're going there for some PvP action. I think that would be a cool way to do it that doesn't break the immersion of playing where you have to go into a separate game mode. But if they do a separate game mode, that makes a lot of people happy also. Because a lot of people don't want that in the game. You know, they don't want to just come across another player that wants to kill them.
Right. We got Remus in the chat. What's up, Remus? Welcome in. Yes, Uncle Remus. I know the catfish are huge. That's terrific.
Ook yeah. Ook yeah.
No, I think people are really sketched out right now to get really hyped for this, but like I'm just as hyped for this as I was when it like originally came out, to be honest with you. Just because I think I know the potential that we're about to have, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah. You know, Cobra's talked about this a lot. You know, with Atlas Rises, we were worried about hyping the game, and when the game came out, or when the update came out, we didn't hype it enough. We got a lot.
And now
more
they're telling you this
for.
is the biggest update we've ever put out. So like, yeah, why would you not speculate hardcore on that?
Yeah.
If they tell you this is the biggest update we have put out.
Exactly. Now they are generating the hype, you know.
Bacon and Pancakes, welcome to the show, bro. Welcome back.
I love that name. That is like one of the best names.
I do too. He said, Bacon Pancake says, with how the other updates we've had for No Man's Sky, I am not hyped. Oh, I am totally hyped. I hate reading it from the freaking TV, dude. I have to read it from my phone. Aaron Snow, what's up, man? Wizard says, I don't like PvP, hence why I bought No Man's Sky in the first place. Yeah, so see, it's very up in the air for people who want PvP, people who don't want PvP, and that's why you've got to have a mode for it to turn off for people like that who don't want that. I mean, I'm not going to stay in PvP all the time, but like if there's a battle being announced somewhere in the galaxy, dude, count me in, I'm there. I'm on my way. Give me the coordinates.
Exactly.
I have chest hair, by the way, so like I don't mind, you know, dueling, going to battle.
Yeah, I made a video a while back. It was titled "Does No Man's Sky Need Multiplayer?" Okay. Me personally, I don't play No Man's Sky for multiplayer. We have multiplayer now. I could meet other players right fucking now, if I wanted to.
Cause Walt, welcome in. Sorry, go ahead.
But I don't. I have no interest in that. I like exploring. I like doing what I do, and then in the off chance that I want to encounter another player, I will. But the question, does No Man's Sky need multiplayer? Fuck, yes, it does. It has to have it. For the long-term evolution of the game and playability over the long haul, nowadays in 2018, you got to have multiplayer. You just have to.
Yeah. To be honest, when I started seeing No Man's Sky in like 2013, I saw some interview. Patrick O'Neill, welcome in, bro.
Stark Wolf.
He said, working and lurking. back when I saw it in 2013, man, and I saw Sean talking about it, he basically said that there will be no multiplayer. Like, this is not like a multiplayer kind of game. And I instantly was kind of like, oh man, like we're in a multiplayer era. Like, this is like you kind of need it. Mocktown, welcome in, man. So I was kind of like bummed out and kind of confused why this wasn't going to be multiplayer because he kept comparing it to a game called Journey. And if you haven't played Journey, it's a really good game. But Journey wasn't that exciting for me, so I was kind of like, I don't know, like I love No Man's Sky, but I don't want it to feel like Journey, you know what I mean? And it doesn't. So I don't know. If they add PvP, I would be excited.
Me and Sword were talking the other night because he did a live stream, which check out Sword's channel, by the way. He's going to be doing more live streams. He's got a better internet setup now, and he's going to be live streaming more. And if you guys want to see how to do trade routes and big badass farms and make some money, he's part of the Galactic Consortium and the Amino Hub. So a lot of the money I make in this game comes from Sword and his farms. So just, you know,
God bless you.
God bless you. Word up to Sword Farms and what he does for the No Man's Sky community. And yeah. So
hashtag Sword in the chat.
Exactly. But one of the things that we talked about on his stream the other day, and maybe after he ended it, I can't remember, but one of the things we talked about was I always have stuck with, back in 2014, Sean Murray, you know, stated that not everything was going to be there and that they planned all this other stuff. But there was more times that he was in interviews where he didn't say that, and for a lot of people, they didn't hear that, so they had a certain expectation coming in. Some of us, we know that his plan was that over the course of time after the game was released, he'd continue to work on it and do this kind of stuff, but not everybody knew that. And
hang on, Just Jared's in here. What's up, Just Jared?
Oh,
if anybody out there who doesn't know Just Jared, check out his channel. The dude covers No Man's Sky great and a bunch of other games, so go check out Just Jared.
He's got Dreams coverage and other
Dreams,
stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Did a vlog
Thank you
the
for
other
joining,
day.
Jared. Thank you for coming back, man. That's awesome.
So fuck yeah. But for a lot of players that were disappointed, they had a different expectation than a lot of us did. It's good to see that Hello Games stuck with it, right? They're continuing to work on it. A lot of developers would have given up at this point with the amount of backlash and shit. They would have just stopped. You know, that's one of the things that pissed me off when I watched the Nose video yesterday. They were super hard on the game and the developer, and they were like, for the fans that stuck by, all 5 of them, you know, there are other games out there. And it's like, yeah, but we like this one. What the fuck is your point? Like, why are you trying to crush a game I like? You know, what do you get out of crushing a game I like? And they're like,
No is such a shitty channel, and I'm sorry if any of you guys out there watch The No, but what I saw from The No yesterday really pissed me off, and I could give a shit if that channel. Oh, dude, I have that ship. That blue one right there.
Dude, I fucking love this ship, dude. Just Jared said, Panda, you messaged me on PS4, right? Not recently, I don't think, but I have before, yeah.
Oh no, Jared, that was me. I've messaged you on PlayStation. That was me.
Okay,
I know what he's talking about now.
Okay, I was gonna say I did a long time ago. Cuz Walt says, I needed my hidden Panda time. So stoked. That's what's up, dude. Thank you.
That's what's up, Walt.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. Just that video, the No video pissed me off. I fucking hate those people.
Oh, completely. I swear to God, if I saw them fucking in like a packed sun, I would kick them straight in the nuts right there, bro. As hard as I fucking could. Bro's testicles would be like in his like esophagus, dude.
Dude, where is... Bro, we're still having server problems, man. Like I came to Sword's farm, and it's gone.
It's all good, Jared. Funny Imp said, never heard of the No till I heard about them on Cobra. Yeah, dude, they're a shitty fucking coverage of shit.
They have the easiest job in the world at the No.
Jared said, I watched that I watched that no video for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I
Fucking
didn't even
horrible.
get probably 2 minutes into it, and I was ready to chuck my phone, which I can't do that because I just got a new one. So
Dude,
yeah,
Sword Farm
I
is
don't blame you,
not
Jared.
here.
I don't
What the
blame you.
fuck?
Sean Sky says the no are complete cunts. That is so true.
Dude,
Hello
it's so
Games
bad.
has been busting their butts off. They have bacon. They
What
have.
pisses me
And
off about them is they have the easiest job in the world, bro. This is their job. Their job is to say nice things about games people already like.
right.
Like what the fuck do you like? Anybody could do that. Like what the fuck do you do? They're just like, yeah, Fortnite's pretty cool. It's free and a lot of people play. Thanks for knowing what we all already know, you cunts. The fuck.
Ryder S, welcome back to the show, man. He says, hey everyone, no work today, so the coffee and Panda stream. That's what's up.
So if you're not working, Ryder S, why aren't you in the chat with me and Hidden?
Yeah,
get the
anyone
fuck
on
into it.
PlayStation right now, get in the chat and get on the show.
Get in.
Jared, if you're still out there and you're by your PlayStation, bro, jump on.
Wait, Stark Wolf's comment just disappeared. Patrick O'Neill, what does it say? He was saying something about the circuit board base.
I'm currently stuck at a Circuit City, Panda. Game keeps crashing every time I want to leave. Huh.
Damn.
And Remus says, the thing about the no is that the people who made Red vs. Blue, my favorite internet series, are behind the no.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth or whatever. I mean, I get that. It's just that
Remus says, can I get on the show? Yeah, dude, you absolutely
Whoa,
can get on the show.
100%,
Anybody that has
dude.
PlayStation 4 can,
get on here.
anyone
dude.
that has a
This chat's
PlayStation
it.
4 can get on here for sure.
For real, dude.
All you gotta do, Remus, is add us on PlayStation 4, add me HiddenJewAgenda, or add PandaPoopy1, and you'll see the party chat, and you can jump right in. That goes for anybody out there.
Yeah, I actually started the chat in the Hidden Panda Show community on PlayStation. So, Remus, I'm pretty sure you're in there. Just join the chat that way. It's already open. Okay, here's one thing that this next update needs to have, or I will hold a bird hostage and break its neck in front of you on camera. I need
Hang on, I'm
the
getting a phone
ability
call. I'll be right back, alright?
to buy warp cells. Like, why can't I buy warp cells? Like, why is that not a thing? I hate crap. Like, I fucking hate crafting warp cells. I just want to be able to buy them. Hashtag held hostage. For real, dude. Like, what the hell? Oh, I don't know if you guys already do this, by the way, but like right here, when you're trying to like select these different things, sometimes it doesn't work very well all the time. You can actually just use the D-pad on the remote control to switch between the two. So if you didn't know, now
Alright,
you do.
hey, I don't mean to interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you real fast. I'm so sorry. I gotta go, guys. I will catch you guys on the next stream. But keep on keeping on, bro.
All right, you rat bastard, get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
Take it easy, man.
Later, dude.
Later.
Later, guys.
What's going on, empty benches? Hidden just left right as you joined. He would have been so excited that you were here, but literally just left right as you joined. But yeah, dude, we got everybody in today. We got Sword, Remus, literally everybody. Bacon Pancakes, empty benches making a coveted appearance. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, just like Hidden said, you know, anybody's welcome to join the chat. So empty benches, if you want to jump in, Remus, you know, get your asses in here. Tempest, what's going on? Here we go, guys. Tempest 416, founder of the Galactic Consortium, right here. Wizard says, hell yes, we need to buy marrow bulbs. And, bro, for real, marrow bulbs are annoying. Anything that like yields you only 25 units, like when you go for it, pisses me off because you need so much of it that it's just annoying. But yeah. Sword, man, I hate to break it to you, dude, but none of your Circuitopolis, none of your stuff is popping up, dude. This is a problem. But does that not mean that the update's like right around the corner? Like with the server having this much issues, people's bases not showing up, like, are we getting something pretty goddamn soon here? Because if the game's not coming out, if the update's not coming out till like June or July, why are we having these problems now? I feel like they're doing something. Cuzwalt says it needs to be soon. Yeah, it does. It really does. I mean, I feel like I talked about this the last time. Doesn't it feel like we're gonna get it on PlayStation 4, and possibly PC before the Xbox release? Because what better way to sell it than you know, people streaming it and already having footage of like the changes, and then when it releases on Xbox. So, Remus says, "What's your PSN? What's your PSN name so I can add you so I can join?" My PSN name is Panda Poopy, Poopie, Panda Poopy 1. So, for anybody that doesn't have me on PSN, there you go. Add me, Panda Poopy 1. Also add Hidden. His PSN name is HiddenJewAgenda. Such a funny name. But yeah, it's HiddenJewAgenda, so add him. And whenever I stream, I always schedule it and go live in the Hidden Panda Show PlayStation 4 community page. So join that as well. So that's usually how I schedule it. Kendall Southwick, what's going on? Kendall Southwick is also a YouTuber who streams in No Man's Sky, so make sure you click his link, go to his channel, and subscribe on that shit. And watch some pretty cool chill streams. So glad to have you here. Stark Wolf says, tinfoil hat time, do you think Hello Games is supposedly sabotaging the servers to prevent us from making millions of units? No, I don't think so. Lord Markov says, I visit a lot of bases through the Spacing Guild and the with Nihilus, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, at the same time. Recently we will not see each other's orbs. Rick McPherson says PS4 players need to get the bugs out before Xbox release. I agree. J-Spot says, don't squeeze the Charmin. Not sure what that means. It sounds oddly sexual. Is this Remus? Who we got there? Oh shit! Except no means yes. Some alternate reality shit going on right there. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I mean, just think about what's on the box art. We've got a ringed planet. We've got supposedly a gas giant. We've got obvious character models of distinctly different colors and technology on their exosuits. We have a ship with its cockpit open, and several other ships, including freighters, flying through the sky, and a giant atlas at the center, which obviously is probably thematically going to continue to be the main focus of the storyline. So there's a lot that you can infer from the box art. What do you think that we're getting? What do you see coming? that's what I think is going to happen. So, oh shit. When the damn it. When the freighters warp in, it is like the loudest thing. So when it comes to the ring planets, like an article that I had read that had taken place before the game came out, Sean Murray basically said that he wouldn't be adding ringed planets or gas giants because those planets typically don't have surfaces. Like they're generally, you know, they're gaseous planets that don't really have anything, you know. So he was saying that it was important that the player be able to fully explore every planet that they encountered. So he's not going to put gas giants and ring planets in without some sort of gameplay mechanic associated with them, right? So I think that if he's going to add those sort of planet biomes in, what we're going to see out of that is going to be the ability to, like, let's say, like Cloud City, where they mine Savannah gas, okay? You're going to be able to mine gas maybe from these gas giants, or like deploy some sort of gas harvester from your ship that you can collect resources from, or something. There's going to be some way that they add a gameplay element to that, so that it's worth it for the player to visit those planets, you know. I mean, if you take Elite Dangerous, for example, Elite Dangerous has a lot of places that you can't like land on, or like planets that don't really have anything, but they're very pretty to look at. So just from the visual aesthetic alone could add a lot of different layers to the game. You know, how cool would it be for people to take screenshots outside of a ringed planet? Think about how, if we have player models, think about how much better the screenshots are going to be when you can take a picture of your character standing on a mountain overlooking a landscape, which right now you can't do that. So I think that even if the gas giants and ring planets are purely aesthetic, it's still going to add some richness to the game no matter what.
Well, I think that, yeah, they're going to be pretty to look at, but they might also be a reason to actually go back to star systems, because if you find a rare gas giant that has rare gas or something, and you set it up to mine somewhere, like,
right.
Not mine, to collect the gas, then you could kind of have an excuse to go back to another star system that isn't like a base to make money.
Yeah. Look, that's been one of the biggest things with the game, is that you move forward, but there's never really a good reason to go back. And then when they added being able to see other players' bases, and people can create farms, and you can harvest at those farms, that gives players a reason to go back someplace. But we need a stronger connection with the systems that we visit, and important reasons to go back, like you're saying. Like, for example, Sword right now is like working on a trade route. So, you know, we need more stuff like that. Like, maybe you go to one system, there's an NPC that gives you a mission, and I want to see more of that besides the mission board. Like, you land on a planet, you find a settlement, the NPC needs you to do something in exchange for something else. You have to go to another system, get it, and, like, return back. I mean, anything that adds to exploration, you know, obviously is dope as well. Starks fell for my mousetrap. Hell yeah. Starkwolf says, when you going to let me out of Circuit City? I wish I was stuck in Circuit City right now, to be honest with you. I can't even get to it. But I'm about to go to Garden of Eden, which is another one of my favorite farms. So keep an eye on this portal code for anybody that hasn't gone to Garden of Eden. You're going to want to go here.
I swear that bases aren't showing up anymore.
Garden of Eden?
Yeah.
I was just there last night.
Server. Oh. Well,
it's the only base I've managed to actually get to since the server issue's been happening.
Well, I think that the update must be like next month or something, because there's no point for them to start shutting down the server now if it's going to be in August. I think that they're preparing something for a little bit later, so
I agree.
that they're fully prepared for when it comes out. Because right now it's just a massive inconvenience.
Ryder S, I'm going to your farm right now, if you're still watching. No, I agree 100%, man. I'm going to be curious to see what this announcement that on Xbox's YouTube channel, Major Nelson, what they're going to talk about. They said that there's going to be some more details regarding the Xbox version of No Man's Sky tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be interesting to see what they say. Maybe they give us a firm release date, at least for the Xbox. But as far as like PlayStation 4 and PC is concerned, I think that we're getting the update soon. Sword has been saying that, but I haven't really been believing it, and most people haven't been believing it either. But the evidence is pointing to getting this update for PS4 before Xbox gets the game, and sooner than we think. Because these server problems are a clear indicator something is going on. They're migrating. I feel like they're migrating stuff to whatever new system they're going to be implementing. Would you agree?
Yeah, they have to be. But one thing that I haven't seen people talk about is that why would they upload the cover of the game when they know that there are people who are looking at the website constantly? I mean, there had to be an announcement coming out soon or something, or else they wouldn't have done that.
Oh, they absolutely know. I've talked about this on Cobra TV before, and people have vehemently disagreed with me. But everything that Hello Games is doing right now is intentional. The whole thing about this was going to leak anyway, right? When Sean Murray posted about Next, no. The whole thing about them updating the website and that image being found being a mistake, no. This is all part of very clever marketing. Like, this is generating. They're going to sell the shit out of this game on Xbox, and this is generating the hype surrounding that. So all of this is very intentional, in my opinion. And what does that say for Hello Games' confidence right now? Think of the confidence they have with what they're doing. They're coming out and they're talking. Members from the studio are tweeting. Sean Murray himself is saying stuff. 505 Games tweet, and Xbox with their YouTube channel talking about incoming news. Do you think, and this is my opinion, and I think a lot of people probably agree with me, do you think that Xbox and 505 Games has already handled No Man's Sky better than PlayStation ever did?
Well, when the controversy around No Man's Sky happened, Sony just kind of threw them under the bus.
Right.
And we see like 505 Games and Xbox actively marketing the game and saying it's going to be good and stuff. And so I think that they have already done a better job.
Well, yeah, and the game, and the game already has a lot of controversy surrounding it and a lot of issues. But 505 Games, for example, when they get hate on their Twitter, they have defended their decision to be the publisher or the distributor for No Man's Sky. Xbox seems very excited to be getting the game. And here's another thing that should get people excited. Xbox knows, and 505 Games knows about August 2016. There isn't a person that plays video games that doesn't know. They fucking know. Okay? And because we know they know, what does that say about what we're about to get? Think about that. Xbox is taking one of the most controversial game releases ever. Okay? And not in a good way. Okay? And 505 Games as well. They have taken this on, defended it confidently. Shit, we're getting some. Whatever we think we're getting, I think that we're getting more than we think. I think that it will change the entire scope of the game, and the game will not be the same. Bacon Pancake says, I agree, Panda. Hello Games is very aware of what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah. And they're fucking confident about it. I did not see this level of confidence since like 2014 or 15. from Hello Games and Sean Murray. So, you are Godsmack. What's up, dude? Welcome back. He says, "What is up? Still going crazy here. Already putting my exosuit together. Hell yeah, for the No Man's Sky Con, right? Cobra TV." J-Spot J says, "The box art," and I missed it. It was gone. Sorry about that. Sword says, "Who's in the chat?" Remus. Now get your ass in here, Sword. Reinerdine says, "Me." Wait, are you Reinerdine? Or Remus?
What?
Alright. So I can't make circuit boards because that shit, I guess I already hasn't grown back since I harvested it last. So what can I make?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yep.
Okay, my mic just bugs out sometimes, but I can confirm that I am indeed Remus.
Okay, perfect. Reiner Knife says, "Not me." Okay, don't fuck with me like that. I get confused easy. Pandas aren't known to be smart. You are Godsmack says, "On the game cover you see 6 freighters, 5 ships, and only 4 blue stripes behind it. 4 stripes, 4 players. Hype train." So, currently we can have 16 players in one go, right? As these like glowing orbs. I think that all of that, and I said this the fucking day that it happened, that we saw the orbs, that, you know, this was always a placeholder for something bigger. They even said it in the description for the update, that this is an important step, right? So it's not going to be just 4 players. At the minimum, it's going to be 16. The whole purpose of the Wisps was to test the viability of having multiple players on a server on a planet with the procedural generation. Now, the instancing has been different. It might be day for you and night for someone else, but in terms of what they see, they're seeing the same exact thing in the seed. So they're saying the same tree, the same plant, all the same features. So at the very least, we're going to have 16 players that can be in a server at the same time. But then why does the Where website make many references to MMOs? The multiplayer experience might be bigger than we care to realize. So, just something to think about. But I think that the multiplayer experience might be larger than the 16-player lobbies that we've grown accustomed to. That they may open the skybox and that players may be able to freely sort of... I'm not sure what the limitations are going to be, but at the very least, I know that we'll at least be able to have 16 people exploring at once.
Okay, can I say something?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on, and I'm going to say that hub integration has to be a thing, because when you think about it, they are, I mean, I just lost my train of thought. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Hold on a second, I need to be back.
Let's get caught up on the chat here. JSpot J says, "This makes me want to get an Xbox." Ha! I already got one. I'm just fucking around. I have a regular Xbox, and right now, I'm at my dad's house. Me and my wife have been staying here for a little bit because our landlord, we were renting a home. Our landlord, at the end of our lease, decided to retire and sell the property and gave us 30 days to move. So we were not prepared to move. So me and my wife are at my dad's house temporarily as we, look for a place. And while we've been here, my brother has an Xbox One X, and I have an Xbox One. So I'm going to be getting the No Man's Sky for Xbox, obviously. But I've seen the differences in the Xbox One X and the Xbox or the PS4 Pro, and they're not vast. But that could just simply be that it's because nothing is really taking advantage of the additional power behind the Xbox One X. But I have a feeling, because right now on PS4 Pro, you can run No Man's Sky at 60 frames a second locked in if it's in 1080p on the PS4 Pro. The moment that you introduce the 4K resolution and HDR support, it bumps it down to 30. But on the Xbox One X, I would imagine it could do 4K HDR at 60. And that would be really fucking pretty. So I'm going to be excited to sort of test that out. I can't wait to dabble. Remus says, hold on a second, things happening in the background. Sword says, fix the overriding. Yes. That is a really fucked up thing that can occur in the game. And people that take part in that, it's just a really shitty thing to do. Because people work really hard on their builds. There is a way to back it up, though. So that you can recover if you've been overridden. But it's just annoying that there are people out there that kind of get off on that. And that's what scares me a little bit about the introduction of PvP if we get it, is that you know that there's just going to be assholes out there who just, they love the chaos of it all. So I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, they need to fix that. You know, being able to attack somebody's base or raid or whatever, you know, I don't see, you know, I don't mind that. But just completely overriding somebody's base from being discovered is really fucked up. What I really want is I want multiple people to be able to live on a planet at the same time. So like, let's say if me, HiddenJewAgenda, Sword, and Stark Wolf want to be neighbors, how cool would it be if we can just build on the same planet and people can discover all four of us and visit all four of our farms on the same planet? I mean, that'd be really cool. And also,
why can't there just be a giant hub where multiple players can build a city together and live together?
yeah,
Think about that.
yeah. What if yeah, you can create your own sort of villages or cities within the game. I could absolutely see that. That would be cool. Also, you know, when I found out that we could build bases, I really wanted the ability to build a base wherever. So if I'm exploring a planet and I'm like, oh, this is a really badass place, I want to put a habitat here. I was really disappointed that you aren't able to do that. I would like the ability to just put a habitat where I want it. So, like, if I want to build a base on top of a mountain, I should be able to do that. I think it would be cool if they gave us the ability to put bases where we wanted. J-Spot says, what's good, yo? What up, Godsmacked? Yeah, big shout out to Godsmacked. That guy is the fucking nicest person. Like, him and Peaceful Gamer are so supportive of the No Man's Sky community. They are everywhere. In everybody's chats, on everybody's channels, just being the positive voices that has kept this community strong and together for a long time. So big shout out to you, our Godsmack, and anybody else that's in the chat here on the Hidden Panda Show. If you're watching this channel, you're already part of the best community in gaming, and you know it. Mike Tracy says, gotta have that. Dude, what if you can stream on night when I'm home? I'll be in the chat. Yeah, the problem is that currently, because we're sort of at my dad's house temporarily, there's a lot of people here. It's my dad, my brother, and my brother's girlfriend, and me and my wife are just kind of staying in a room until, you know, we get deposits and stuff and move into our next place. So, you know, streaming at night's difficult because that's when everybody's home and like watching TV and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a little tricky at the moment. But yeah, I'll definitely try to get on that as soon as possible. I personally prefer, you know, streaming later in the day because I know that that's when most people are home from work and can watch. But yeah. M Kirby 101 says, howdy Panda. What's going on, dude? Are you the same Kirby from Amina? If so, lovely to have you here. If not, still lovely to have you here. Just don't tell fucking Kirby. So Remus, any other big speculations or things that you think that are going to come in this next update, like maybe expanding on exocrafts or submarines? I haven't really heard people talking of submarines yet. Um, I think that might be a
Well,
thing. What do you think?
well, for submarines, they'd have to add more stuff underwater. Like, you know, in that one trailer where there was a crashed ship, but it was underwater.
Yeah,
Do you see that? Yeah, like imagine going into a submarine, going really deep, then finding like a ruin or a crashed ship, and then you could either salvage what's there, or you could like just leave it. You know how they have like monolith puzzles where you get certain things if you do certain actions?
yeah.
Like, would you like to take the multi-tool, or would you like to leave the traveling piece or something like that? Like something like that, but underwater and more complex, would, like, I think would make submarines have a reason. Because right now, underwater is kind of bare bones, apart from getting Rygogen, I mean, kelp sack or whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
I don't know how
And also,
difficult it would be to make water in No Man's Sky deeper, but it's definitely with games out there like Subnautica that is basically like No Man's Sky underwater. Um, I think that it's a big opportunity for No Man's Sky to corner both play styles, is to give more reasons to go underwater, submarines, things to find, like you're talking about, and stuff like that, as well as a space element, because it'll add a deepness, no pun intended, and a richness to the game that it doesn't currently have. Because not only will you be able to fly through the vastness of open space and land on any planet, but now you can explore the caves and the mountains and the surface of that planet, and also its oceans, and to an extensive aspect. And it's it's kind of a cool thing that I think that would make the game a lot better. When I first started playing No Man's Sky, I used to love going into the water because it was kind of new. But after a couple of times, you've sort of seen everything, and the only reason to go there now is to scan an animal, scan a fish or something, or get, like you said, Rygogen. There's or kelp sack or whatever. There's no reason to go there now. I want more reasons to go underwater. I want deeper oceans, larger things in the ocean, more to see. Starkwolf says,
what about
Panda,
space?
if all of us could be on the same planet, I volunteer to lead all pirating expeditions from the base. Hell yeah. I kind of want to be, I want to chase bounties. I think it'd be cool if we sort of had like our own bounty hunting faction. And some of us with freighters, we could all, like, for example, people who have fighters but not necessarily freighters and want to make some money bounty hunting, they can land in your freighter and you could warp your freighter into different, space star systems and go hunting, bounties and stuff. I mean, that'd be really cool. J-Spot says, I'm typing on a small touchscreen, don't mind my typos. Oh no, that's all good, dude. Not only do I type typos, I fucking speak in them. And J-Spot agrees that the underwater is underutilized. It absolutely is. And what were you going to say, Remus? I'm sorry.
I think that they should add more stuff to do in space, because right now all you either do is fly around and land in freighters, go to planets, go to that space station, or get attacked by pirates, and
Right.
the occasional bounty. Because, I mean, space is another huge part of this game that is underutilized in my opinion. I mean, it is maybe because Elite Dangerous has spoiled me, but they should. I think that they should add more random encounters in space.
I
Like
agree.
some kind of an identified signal source that you may find, like a destroyed freighter with cargo in it, but it could be ambushed by pirates and stuff. What do you
Well,
think? What do you think
I,
that they could add?
so I agree that space also is underutilized. So Elite Dangerous is really good at space, really shit at planets. And No Man's Sky is really good at planets and sort of shit at space. They need to, like you said, they need to add more things to do in space. Mining asteroids, potentially. More missions. I'd like to see them open the skybox so that, let's say for example that you take an NPC's mission to take an item to a different star system to drop off somewhere. I would like there not to be a load screen when that happens, like when you warp. So I think it would be cool that they take away the warp animation and warp just becomes pulse. So you select the destination on your star map and you actively fly to it using your pulse drive animation could just become the warp animation or something like that. Like more missions to do in space, more things to mine. By adding ringed planets and gas giants, we might see that. Larger battles, perhaps, actual faction implementation. I think that
Yes,
the factions,
that's why.
yeah, I'd like to see factions, and I think that the factions are going to be player-made, community-made factions. To be honest with you, because we've sort of already done that. So, like hub integration, I see that becoming a thing. And maybe the galactic hub goes to war with the Federation or something like that, and it's all player made, which that would be really cool. And you could join if you're not currently part of a faction and you want to join the war, you could be a hired gun. So maybe the galactic hub could pay you to join them in their fight against the Federation. Or something like that. I mean, I don't see that happening, but it's one way that they could do some other stuff. Somebody mentioned something about fleet battles. I don't know who that was because I can't see it anymore. But fleet battles would be awesome.
One thing that people don't mention now is, what rogue planets are, right?
Yes.
They're like planets that are just floating in space, like not around a star or something. If they would open up the skybox and you could just fly to different star systems, maybe you might be able to come across one of those and might have rare resources and stuff.
Right.
What do you think about that? I mean, it could add a whole different discovery to the game.
Yeah. No, that would be awesome. They need to open up the skybox for things like that. Like how, like right now on planets we have crashed freighters. I would like to see derelict freighters, freighters that have been left behind from some battle that are damaged, and you can approach the freighters and go inside and spacewalk and explore through the freighter to find unique items or technology. Like, how cool would that be? That on the way from one star system to another star system, you can come across a derelict space freighter or a space station that in a star system that has been utilized to its full extent and is now abandoned. Things like that I think would be really cool. J-Spot said if they add some reasons to go underwater, I don't think that it would put much strain on the system. Yeah, I don't think so either, because everything with the procedural generation occurs within a certain range of the character, and your console is only generating within that draw distance. So I don't think it would be terribly difficult. But again, I'm not a programmer. Cuz Walt says, I will be the arms dealer of No Man's Sky. Hell yeah. Empty Benches said, need followers of Herc to slay the Sentinels. Grah. Yeah, no, that would be cool. Empty Benches has been sending me a lot of lore stuff, and I know he's got theories on the lore in the ARG, and pretty good shit. I think he has a better understanding of No Man's Sky lore than most people do. And if you guys don't have Empty Benches on your PSN friends list, you should. Bacon Pancake says, Cuz Walt, you can hire me as your mercenary. I will protect your vault of firearms. See? This is what I'm talking about, guys. We're already doing it. We're already kind of... That's what we need stuff like that. It'll help keep the game more interesting. Not that it isn't already interesting, but it adds a layer that we don't currently have. Now, just to say something about really quick about this farm here, Garden of Eden. If you don't know how to farm Garden of Eden, it can become very difficult because there's so many different things growing here. So one of the ways that you can avoid that is find out what you're going to make first, and the first thing that you farm should be the things that take the longest to grow. So I would start with circuit boards because Solanium takes a really long time, and then I would go to liquid explosives because one of those components can take a long time, specifically the cactus flesh, because you need unstable gel, and then go to like living glass, and then as you're farming and crafting, enough time might go by to where the stuff that you picked first starts to grow back, and then you can just keep going, and you can craft a lot. Like I did like 60 something million units like yesterday. Because if you remember my last stream, I only had like 130 something million units. Now I'm at like 216, and all of that was from Garden of Eden. It's a really good farm, really well done.
Well,
Cuzwalt
it's
says,
a shame that
"Oh, go ahead."
I was going to say that it's a shame that everything is in Euclid because right now I'm in Eisentam and I don't want to start another save because I'm one of those people who stick by one save until I have to change it.
Same. I've had the same save since the game launched. I have a creative save to like visit some of the different cool builds that people build in creative, but that's really it. I don't know how they're going to handle the multiple galaxies, to be honest with you, because if you look at the description on GameStop's website, I believe, and Amazon's, I believe, it says that all players of No Man's Sky, are in the same galaxy. And that is an important detail, I feel like. If all players are in the same galaxy. Because then what happens to Hilbert and Eisentam and Calypso and all those different places that people currently reside in? Where do those go if everyone is in the same galaxy?
Maybe they just remove them. I mean,
Throw everybody
some
into
games have
Euclid.
done that.
Or
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
or what if they're all different regions. They change Eisentam and all these different things to just different regions of the No Man's Sky galaxy. So you have the Euclid region and the Eisentam region and the Calypso region potentially, or they have come up with a way for players to be able to traverse between the different galaxies.
Well, that's one thing that they should add because portals, I mean, they should be able to take you to other galaxies. That's the one reason I was looking forward to portals, so that I could go and see other galaxies without having to go to the center and complete the story. I mean, the only thing that you can do is go to, I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad or anything, but the only thing that you could do is go to other planets in the same galaxy. And if you want to go somewhere, but you also want to stay in your own galaxy, then it kind of sucks to be you.
What do you think about people being able to attack your base or freighter? Like,
I'm down for that.
like when you build a base, how cool would it be if you can put defenses at your base for players who tried to raid you, and then you get a notification while you're out that your base is being attacked? Maybe you've got to go back and save it.
I mean, I'd probably be the one doing most of the raiding.
I think it would be cool if you could put bounties on pirates, thieves, etc. I agree with that. I think that'd be a great idea. Being able to sort of place your own bounties that other players can accept. Kind of like in Monster Hunter, you can sort of put a beacon out there for other players to join your hunt. It'd be cool if you did that, if they did that with No Man's Sky, where you could put like a beacon up for players to join you in a battle, or you can set bounties that other players can accept, and you have to pay those bounties when those missions are complete. So just trading and transfer of currencies between players would be fucking awesome. J-Spot says, to scratch my itch, I will play Permadeath, no HUD and contrast camera filter. That's fucking scary. God damn. Funny Imp says, my original normal saved is bugged to hell. I hope Next fixes it. I really don't want to let it go. Ryder says, Bombardier is coming for you. Funny Imps. So, true story. Whenever the day before Atlas Rises dropped, I finally made it to the Galactic Hub. It took me a long time. And I finally made it there, and I checked into Andy Krychek's base, and I went to sleep, and I woke up in the morning, and Atlas Rises had updated. And I couldn't, it confused me and Andy Krychek's base. Andy Krychek's home planet was now my old home planet, which was millions of light years away under the new galactic map. And I couldn't get back there, no matter how hard I tried. I couldn't go back through the terminus and terminus back to my original base. It just kept taking me to Andy Krychek's base, which was actually underground. And I almost deleted my save because I felt like I lost everything and I couldn't fix it. And I emailed the help desk for Hello Games, and nothing ever happened, and they weren't able to fix it. And then eventually, my discoveries from before Atlas Rises disappeared in my discoveries page, and I could no longer even access my original home planet on the star map. It was totally gone. So I just decided to move, and I moved and started over my base, and I didn't get any of my base materials. I had a pretty badass farm on my original home planet. HiddenJewAgenda will tell you. And it was gone. So, and the materials that I got back were from Andy Krychek's base. But Andy Krychek had a cool build, but it wasn't really a farm, so I didn't get back the components I needed. And I almost started a new game, but I just kind of hung in there. And then after a couple of patches, everything sort of like, worked itself out, and I moved and everything. But I was borderline gonna just start a new game, and I'm glad I didn't, because now I have 6 ships and a freighter and all the money and all the kind of stuff I wanted. It would have taken me forever to build back, but I couldn't imagine starting over after nearly 2 years of playing No Man's Sky. It would freak me out.
Let me tell you something. One thing that happened to my original save from when the game released, because I got it as an early birthday present in August. You know how when the PS4 gets unplugged, the data corrupts and stuff?
Yes.
Yes, that happened to me, and I lost everything.
Oh, God.
So I lost my No Man's Sky that I probably spent 300 hours playing at that point, just as Pathfinder came out, like 2 days later. So I was kind of pissed at everybody for no reason, because I was like, look at all of them playing No Man's Sky. I don't want to have to grind all the way to get to my level. And then when Atlas Rises came out, I was just secretly watching the whole ARG unfold, like, this is going to be a huge failure. I'm going to see how everybody gets so sad. And I was like, and then it came out, and I was like, hey, this isn't that bad. I might start playing again. And now I'm playing again. Because,
there was,
for the nostalgia stuff.
Yeah, there was a period where I didn't play No Man's Sky for a little while. It was before the Pathfinder update, so I think it was between Foundation, just before Pathfinder. And I had kind of taken a break from it because I was playing some other games that I got really into at the time. And it was probably, now when I say kind of a break, I played No Man's Sky so much that kind of a break for me is like 3 or 4 weeks. But this was like a month and a half I didn't play the game. And I had heard that people had data mined, it's kind of a change of subject a bit, but I had heard that people had data mined a tire from the game's files, and that in a future update that we might be getting buggies, okay, or a buggy. And people had found the buggy terminal, and on the terminal it showed an image of what the buggy could look like, and it was just the one buggy, okay. And I'm kind of feeding back into the No Man's Sky box art right now about this next update that we're going to get. And when the update came, we didn't just get a buggy. We got 3 buggies. with different strengths and weaknesses, different levels of inventory and technology, different reasons to have each one. We got missions, not missions, but we got new base building features. The graphics had totally changed. 4K HDR support became a thing with Pathfinder. Planets and stuff totally changed. Terrain changed. We got a lot more than a buggy. And what gets me really excited about this box art and this update is that I fucking know there's going to be more to this than we've talked about. Because when people found that tire for Pathfinder, and when I found out that had been data mined, it sort of like reignited my passion for the game, and I jumped back in and I got really excited about Pathfinder, and when Pathfinder hit, I've pretty much been playing it like non-stop. Like it's like 95% of my time on the PlayStation 4 is on No Man's Sky. And like Cobra said, you know, with Atlas Rises, because after Pathfinder, when we knew another update was coming, we were starting to hype it, and people were like, don't hype it too much, and then people were getting scared and worried about it. Then Atlas Rises dropped, and we got way more than we thought we were going to get again. And every time that there's been an update to No Man's Sky, we have gotten a lot more with the update than we ever thought that we were going to get. And the reason why I keep mentioning that is because speculation is fine as long as you don't start expecting what you're speculating about. But you got to remember that Hello Games has stated that they listen to the community, that they watch what we're doing. Okay? And the channels like Hidden Panda Show and other channels that are out there on YouTube that speculate and talk about features they'd like to see or where they think that things are going, Hello Games is watching that. Okay? They see these different streams, these different things that people talk about. They listen to people on Cobra TV, the callers that come in with suggestions or talk about things that they'd like to see. They know about what MZK talks about and what L-Plays talks about. So they know where the community's heart is at with No Man's Sky. They know what the community wants to see in the game. Like, they 100% know. And the reason why I'm saying that is because L-Plays, for example, got called out in the ARG because he thought that he solved the ARG, which he likely did. You know? So we're going to get a lot more with this update than people realize. They know what the community wants. And for Sean Murray to come out ahead and create a little teaser for it, talk about their involvement with 505 Games in the Xbox release, talk about they're working their asses off and they're excited, and that there's going to be some surprises. They have been listening to us for a year and a half. You know, like, what are we getting with this update?
Well, right now there's Cobra TV is live, and he has a live stream going on that says Hello Games sent us a package, and I don't know what's happening.
Wait, right now?
So, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to turn up the sound because I don't want, you know, it's annoying to hear.
No, turn it up.
Okay.
Brain in which neurons are slowly replacing by silicone chips, and that are precisely duplicate the function. The chat's moving as the neurons are replaced with consciousness gradually fade away. Twitter of the. Okay, let's go check out Evander. We're friends on Twitter.
Well, I don't know what's happening.
All right, let me take a quick poll here. If anybody is gonna bail to watch Cobra TV, because I kind of want to right now, it's totally cool. And I'll probably leave the stream up or something like that, but I kind of want to just check on what's happening. Does that make sense? Yep. So Starkwolf says, "Sorry, Panda, got to jump to Cobra. Be right back." Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna check out Cobra, and I recommend that you all do the same thing. Remus, thanks for letting me know that Cobra's live. So I'm gonna be checking that out. Sorry, guys. Peace.
See you later.
Later.